Alright. And I am checking the thing. And we are hitting that button. Jack, you're kind of there. You're kind of there. We have a little bit of you.
I think we're all just kind of there.
Just gonna unmute myself real quick. Am I coming in clear?
You're coming in very clear. It's pretty good. It's just kind of, I know you're working with the best you've got, and that's okay.
Your voice is pretty good.
Motel 6 Wi-Fi.
Oh dear, gravy and rice.
Audio is actually pretty good. Your audio is actually pretty good.
Sweet looking cricket tunes, that's bad.
All right.
So Jack,
Yes.
I will. If you could mute yourself, I'm going to
Yes.
start the show, and then we'll do the intro, and we'll go from there. Is that cool?
Right. I actually can't see footage right now, so just call my name. I will unmute.
Perfect. Perfect. Rock and roll. We can go from there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to A3K Live. It's the internet. We're live and stuff happens. And we're just about to get started. Sean Russell, this is your cutoff point for the clip show. A3K Live in 5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to A3K Live. It's the A3K podcast recorded live, powered by the fine folks at Anime3000.com. I am your host, David Majors. I am back from Anime Central 2015. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to the boss, the general manager, Mr. Russell, for filling in while I was out doing the whole convention shenanigans thing. I'm back at the helm, and I'm taking control. But meanwhile, we're still doing the whole convention thing, kind of, because my co-host, Jack Dalton Allistar, is joining us from a convention in her own right. Jay Quellen, what's going on?
What up, bitches? I'm at Spring Break 2003. I mean, Fanime. It's amazing to be here. Hoping out the tweets that Anime 3000 is retweeting, that I should probably be tweeting there instead of on my personal, but that's the technical. Doing great. How you doing, David?
I am doing. I'm recovering. I caught a bit of the con plague from ASEN, but it was pretty damn hype, so I have no regrets. And I'm sure you would agree with me on that as well. You're experiencing Saturday night at an anime convention. Just give me a little bit of that hype, Jack. I just need a little bit of that high right now. So tell me what's going on.
All right, so upcoming, I'll be putting a bunch of pictures from an absolute metric shitload of these Eternal cosplayers, which luckily a bunch of very knowledgeable people will know. This is a Luke Crichton cosplay, and it was very well received by the Eternity fandom because it is the crossover. There were also huge amounts of game tournaments were going on. There were Super Smash Brothers, followed by Skullgirl today, Street Fighter Third Strike Gun Reason. Everyone in here is looking at me questioning. And finally, there will be a screening of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure at 9 o'clock. So that's extremely hype.
Awesome, Jack. Thank you so much. And those of you that are regular viewers and listeners of the podcast, now that it has been mentioned multiple times, you may now join in on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure drinking game. And while you are consuming your beverage of choice for the podcast this evening, I shall introduce our guest. First and foremost, AW Brawler, Twitch streamer, anime blogger, and otaku extraordinaire. Good evening, sir.
Red Bull gives you wings, bro. Oh. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm coming off the Splatoon hype, so I might be flinging ink and just keep bragging about Splatoon repeatedly because Splatoon because hashtag Splatoon because you know Splatoon. Hashtag Splatoon go test fire. Hashtag Splatoon. You know.
We have something coming in from Jack on Splatoon.
What's that?
Are you a kid or are you a squid, AW?
Oh, I am a squid. SKID. SKQID. I'm a squid, like a kid.
So you're
Yes, I am the squid. Just SKQID.
great. We just caught one of our roommates that meme. He is now laughing.
Time is everybody else, but that works. I won 9, lost 3, and went out with a bang. 70% of the turf was ours.
Well, in the meantime, I want to introduce our next guest and apologize to our next guest. From the Mega Anime Ultra Show, our good friend Marc. Marc, welcome to the insanity. Welcome to the shenanigans. Welcome to our break. It's A3K Live. It's A3K Live. This is what we do.
Cup of Joe. Oh my God. Well, thanks again for having me. You must really be scraping the bottom of the guest hosting barrel, but I appreciate it.
You are getting the star treatment here. You should see the people that we consider bottom of the barrel. We just don't show up for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, half the time I don't even show up for my own on time. Because Chicago is in Central Time, and I forgot.
Oh.
Heck, I was dang near late for my own birth, if that makes any sense.
It happens. Guys, first of all, I want to thank you all for tuning in and thank you all for watching. Join the conversation, as it were. Go to A3K TV on YouTube. Enter the chat realm. Talk to Sean Russell, our general manager, and tell him how horrible a job I'm doing hosting the show. Send us an email, contact@anime3000.com, and use the hashtag A3KLive and say hey. Join the conversation as you will. And let's just jump right in. First story of the day. There's this country called Japan. Are you guys familiar with it? There's this country called Japan.
Never heard of it. What is this, Japan?
Absolutely not.
Now they have a lot of cartoons and video games and stuff that tend to be kind of popular here in America. And recently, they're starting to do something brand new. Now, the thing about Japan is that they actually speak their own language. It's called Japanese, appropriately enough. And recently, a story coming to us from ANN is that they are, for the first time, starting to show movies in English subtitles, including, in case you're not tired of us mentioning it yet, Dragon Ball Z Revival of F. Coming in from ANN, T-Joy, the theater company, is launching a program called Yokoso Aigakan, which will allow visitors to see Japanese theatrical films with English subtitles. And the first one will be the upcoming Dragon Ball Z release. Now, Marc, I gather, just from impressions, that English is probably not your first language.
No.
And I would imagine that I would really like your perspective on this. I mean, Japan being so insular, I thought this was actually a pretty big deal that they're doing this. What did you think seeing this and being someone that's actually not from an English-speaking country and getting something like this?
I think it's really kind of genius, and I hope that at some point we'll have theaters here doing something similar. I mean, you can already, if you're hearing impaired, get something that's pretty much like it, and you can get subtitles on your own personal screen. I can imagine if this catches on, maybe eventually we will have movie theaters here in the United States equipped with, Spanish subtitles, other language subtitles. If the money is there, I think it's great. To me, this really underlines how much of tourism is happening over there, that there's so much of an interest from a non-Japanese speaking audience that they would demand that, and they feel it's a worthwhile investment doing it.
AW, what do you think of, as is being called in the chat room by One Eyes in 3D, the filthy gaijin peephole allowing English subtitles?
one I am disappointed.
I would not call them filthy gaijin people, but dang it, I hope we get this.
Peephole. Filthy gaijin peephole is what he said.
Oh, filthy gaijin peephole. Well, I'm just hoping that this comes here and that they do this here because I have a couple of anime that I want to see on TV. Not that there's on TV here, because why is it we can go to theaters and watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the whole thing was subbed, but I can't watch Hunter x Hunter on Adult Swim? So I'm hoping, since they're doing that, we eventually have things like that. And it's not just Cartoon Network. I mean, why wouldn't something like Case Closed fit right alongside the CSIs? Why not? So I'm hoping that this opens up a floodgate and they get English dub stuff, and we get a couple of things. They get English sub things, and we get a couple of things over here from them that's subbed. And I'm hoping that some kind of way happens.
Well, I do know that a lot of the Cartoon Network original shows here in America do get sent over to Japan and do get redubbed. So there is a market for that. Oh, you've got to tell me about the Japanese Gumball.
His voice is awesome.
Oh my God, because I love Gumball. Gumball is my show, so I'm dying to hear this now.
I endorse it.
I will say this: Darwin actually sounds exactly how you think he would. Because I always said he reminded me of a QT anime character, and he sounds exactly how you think he would in Japanese. Kind of like Chopper, but not quite.
Gumball is very reminiscent of Sanrio characters. I think that was part of the reason that I found it visually appealing to some extent. Use that term kind of loosely. Okay.
I am inclined to agree, but I can absolutely see there being a level of shonen silliness appeal in Gumball. They've done a few anime things in the past, and the show is generally just very kind of bat-spit crazy, like Bobobo, a personal favorite of mine. And if this leads to an exchange of TV shows and cartoons where we're all watching each other's stuff, maybe this will lead to world peace. It'll be like Eurovision.
For me, Gumball is one of those shows that kind of makes me just proud to be like, this came from us. We did this.
Yes.
I'm not that something I think that would highly be regarded over in Japan is something that I do not wish for them to represent our country to them. To filthy Japanese otaku. I don't want Adventure Time to cross over, although it probably already happened. And probably already.
Although, I just remembered I have to kind of break that one because the creator of Gumball is actually French and British.
Well, Gumball's fine. Whatever, but I don't want them to see Adventure Time under any circumstances. I'll run up to the networking companies in Japan. They'll be like, so we have Sugoi new show. It's called About Time. It's from America. Please understand, we would like this show to be on the and I'll just show up and blast the whole that shit. Please just stop.
Okay, well, all right. What about something like Teen Titans Go or Regular Show? I think Teen Titans Go screams Japan. They would love it. And Regular Show, it's a good representation of how we are in America. So, like a lot of people get ideas of what they think Japan is like. Regular Show is it's kind of more like how we were in the 90s, but it's a good representation of American culture. So, what if Regular Show went there?
Guys.
Did you say Teen Titans Go is reminiscent of typical American life?
No. I said Regular Show.
No. Regular Show.
Okay, because Teen Titans Go is a complete 180 from that, my friend.
I wish Teen Titans Go was typical of regular American life. That would be amazing.
5 teenagers having a skyscraper to themselves. However, I think if we send over Uncle Grandpa, that's a declaration of war.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be. Don't send Uncle Grandpa. Do not send. Please.
Uncle Grandpa, they would be offended. They'd be like, "This is war. They sent us Uncle Grandpa." But imagine him in Japanese. Konnichiwa.
Oh, that.
Konnichiwa.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh my god, I must see it now.
I would probably watch a show that was Japanese. It probably would be funny. I don't know.
Japanese Pizza Steve. Japanese Pizza Steve.
No. You forget. They gotta localize him like they did Pokemon. So he's gonna be Sushi Roll Steve.
Yes, just like Pokemon. No, he'll be Rice Ball Steve, just like in Pokemon.
Realistic.
He's just already shaped like a triangle. There we go.
So would they just call what the heck is his name? Gus the Lizard? Wouldn't they just call him Gojira?
Done. He'd be like old Gojira. He'd be like in his 40s, you know, nearing retirement. You know, not quite as violent. Because Gus is so like, hey.
So I guess they would call him Osan Gojira. He'd be Gojira
old man Gojira.
I love it.
No, I want to see this. Take it all.
There
back.
we go. We just saved Uncle Grandpa, everybody. The A3K podcast just saved Uncle Grandpa. You're welcome.
Good morning.
And for that, we're getting more Dragon Ball, including a manga adaptation. Yes, coming to us from the fine folks at comicbook.com and ANN.
You mean
the Dragon Ball
has more Dragon Ball?
Yes, there will be more Dragon Ball in manga form. Dragon Ball Super will be getting a manga form. It will be launching June 20th via Shonen Jump. And this is our first look at Goku. The manga will accompany the Dragon Ball anime series. And I guess it's going to be going right along with the manga. So, best of luck to Akira Toriyama. Mark, I think you and I might be on the same page about the whole Dragon Ball coming back thing. So, what do you think about it? Because I think you and I might be in agreement on this one.
I think you and I might be in agreement as well.
So go ahead, Mark. Go ahead. I think Mark's internet has decided that it does not want the ire of the interwebs to come after him and has taken down his audio. So, AW, we're getting a Dragon Ball manga. So, what do you think? What do you think?
Okay, how can I word this so that my legions of weeb fans do not kill me? I grew up with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I'm that guy who liked Dragon Ball.
See? The internet is trying to stop us. No. Clearly.
You will not take bad about Dragon Ball Z.
Clearly, that's exactly what's happening. Mark was about to say something. AW was trying to say something, and his internet went down. So let's just make the agreement to say that Dragon Ball Super is getting a manga, and it's great. We love Dragon Ball Super, and we are totally not tired of hearing about it, and just want the damn thing to come out already. We're totally not tired of it. We're totally not having Dragon Ball fatigue in the least. Ooh. Not at all, guys. Not at all.
I want a glowing comic book in my hands.
I want to test and see.
Jack, go ahead.
If I tried something.
Okay, Jack, it's all you. It's all you, Jack.
Let's hope I don't get the ire or nothing. I'm not actually going to say I'm tired of it or anything. I just want to see if I do something. I'm interested in seeing how Akira Toriyama finally learned how to draw.
Wow.
Let's be honest with ourselves. The man needed to learn how to draw. I'm proud of him, but he needs to learn how to draw, and I'm excited to see that.
I'm more interested in seeing if he can have a story where he can keep all of his characters together and actually make them all do something for the entire series.
I hope he returns.
You're setting the bar too high.
I'm hoping to see battle scenes actually return. You know, because Dragon Ball, they actually drew the battles. You would see what's going on. It was exciting because you didn't know Goku was an alien. Dragon Ball Z happened, you see little zip, 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 zip. Don't even see the fight. Half the fight is just zip, 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 zip. Kamehameha. I'm hoping to see actual battles come back.
I am completely in agreement with you on that one, AW. Although I will say I did enjoy when there would be a good punch, they would get a good shot of someone and their mouth would be wide open and the spit would come out. That was totally not spit.
You know what ruined it for me? What ruined it for me is I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and immediately afterwards I started watching Yu Yu Hakusho on Adult Swim, and then I thought to myself, what was I watching before? And that was the first anime that smacked me in the face with like, action shows get better than this. Then I saw S. Cryed. And I'm like, what was I watching before? Then I saw Trinity Blood, and I'm like, okay, Dragon Ball Z is not what I thought it was. This is not the greatest ever.
No. And then you watch Naruto and realize, oh, okay, Dragon Ball Z is not that bad after all.
Exactly, because at least it had something interesting. I can sum up every storyline of Naruto in one sentence. Rasengan killed the villain.
And they didn't end up actually gay. Sorry, fangirls.
I was actually hoping for that because I was hoping, you know, just so I could rub that in everybody's face. I was saying I think Sasuke is gay, you know, but didn't happen.
Isn't it weird how with all of the feeding into the fan base that show did over the years, they actually ended up with the most canon heterosexual couplings possible.
Oh my
like
God.
with as much fangirl bait and fangirl bait and fangirl bait that it provided over the years, in the end it was just like, nope, man and woman, they're totally straight. Haha. That was just highly amusing.
Sakura gets to stay home and do laundry.
My final thoughts on Naruto is this, and
We can't speak badly about Naruto.
I guess we can't speak.
My final thoughts. My final thoughts.
No,
on Naruto
AW.
is
No,
this.
don't do it. Don't do it, AW. No, no.
It has to be said.
You guys need to learn how to say one or kind of controversial thing like I do.
No,
I
this
call
is
it
anything controversial. No controversy. What I'm saying is my final thought on Naruto is after they killed off Jiraiya, killed off Kakashi, but he comes back, and killed off Neji, and ruined a lot of my favorite characters, the whole time I'm thinking Naruto better get with Hinata. That better happen. He better hit that 3 times for everybody to have a baby. And it happened, so I'm like, thank you.
And it happened, so yes, agreed. No argument. Also,
right, here's my final word on Naruto. I dropped my daughter off to a friend today, first time ever, didn't know the family. Talked to the dad for about an hour and a half, and we talked about nothing but anime. Hadn't met the man before, we talked for an hour about Naruto. I have a new friend.
Good man.
Thanks to Naruto.
That's amazing, actually. That 2 dads can just talk about anime. This is the era we live in right now.
That's so great.
Beforehand, you had to be like, watch the sequence. Did you check your stock on? Now we talk about it, bizarre, and that's amazing. I love this life.
And this gentleman is a fair bit older than me, so let that sink in a bit.
That's great.
And this was the one where you really like raise your eyebrow and say, "Really?" In college, he used to play against Larry Bird basketball.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
That's a big deal. He played against Larry Bird. Wow, that's huge. That's huge.
Bowser, King Bowser.
Also,
he
one
didn't
more
score
thing
against Larry Bird, but he played against Larry Bird.
One more thing from the chat room. One Eyes in 3D says Dragon Ball could best be described as baby's first shonen. That would be Dragon Ball Z. Baby's first shonen. And,
I'd say that's fair for most of the generation, like average that watches.
Well, in my case, baby's first shonen was Samurai Jack.
That was mine too. Thank you. Look how
that's awesome.
Visually stunning that shit is.
That's
so
great.
Does it count as a shonen if it's Voltron? I think Voltron was like Yeah, that was the first one. I didn't realize it was anime back then, though. So, yeah.
I classify Voltron as mecha.
Mm-hmm.
What about Digimon?
Shonen was Bobobo.
Would Digimon be shonen?
Bobobo shonen. It's based off of.
Bobobo is basically Fist of the North Star on acid.
Oh wow! You just remind me of something. Speaking of Fist of the North Star on acid, they have a Teen Titans Go version of Fist of the North Star. It's kind of like Teen Titans Go. It's called Fist of the North Star. I forget the name of it. I have it in my bookmarks on and I watch it. It's like if you get I think King Rao is a construction worker, Ken is like a bartender. It's just a crazy kind of Teen Titans Go type of adaptation of it.
If you can get this and send it to me, I'll put it in the show notes because this sounds amazing.
All right, I'm gonna find it.
If there is like some kind of Teen Titans Go equivalent of Fist of the North Star, I will watch that yesterday.
And I've seen like just the first 2 episodes and I'm hooked. I'm like, this is some funny stuff. Why did I not know about this?
It sounds freaking incredible.
Don't look into their eyes. Don't look into their giant formed eyes.
Oh my god.
Guys, there's something, another really cool thing that's happening in Japan. We've all heard of crazy things at American franchises that happen in Japan, whether it's KFC, McDonald's, whatever. Now 7-Eleven is getting into the act because 7-Eleven is offering full-sized figures from Attack on Titan in Japan. The newest tie-in, because good lord, this show just hasn't done enough. The newest tie-in involves 7-Eleven and Attack on Titan with full-sized figures. Where
not the Titans though, not the Titans.
No, we have characters. Like here is Eren Yeager at 172 centimeters, which is about 67 inches, which is over 5 feet tall. 7-Eleven is
go ahead.
You know, if I were into Attack on Titans like a lot of people, I'd be hyped for that. I mean, that's big. If I just
literally
hyped for
big.
That. Yes, it's literally big. I mean, I don't even like the show, but I almost want to just get one just for collector's value. Like, really, it's human size. Let me get one of these.
Jack, compose yourself. Compose yourself and give me your take.
Japan is making a frightening. Okay, body pillows, whatever, figures, even weirder designs, life-size people. That you can collect and take home. Just go on dates. Hug a woman.
Yes, it's true.
Well, there was a guy who was building a life-size Gundam, and I don't know what happened to him.
I want them. So bad for Japan. What so bad? Life-size means fake piece of fill your Japan shit.
And I just want to point out, I just want everybody to get a good look at the image here. I'm going to put this up on the screen. And I want everyone to see exactly, you'll see Eren and you'll see Levi. And you'll see the young woman here. And she is just...
She's so excited.
She's so happy. She's so happy to have her Levi and to have her Eren. Look at her. This is so amazing.
Inside, she is a whirlpool of despair, and something is deeply broken within her.
But this is going to help her. This is going to fulfill her. This is a good thing, Jack.
I am not sure.
This is good.
Okay, you say
Marc,
this. You say this.
Go ahead, AW.
But You say this, Jack, but if you could go in the store and get a life-size Professor Layton, would you not do it?
No, because I'll just get a person to be English.
But it's Layton.
What
I love Layton.
Okay. Appreciate you trying to pander, but I am not someone who has that level of self-loathing to go, I need a giant fake version of something else. Interact with people who will be like, oh, yeah, take a drink. Oh, man, I fucking love Jojo. And I just walk by and there's a Jojo. Oh, damn, I said we go to the same college. Let's talk, and then you can cosplay Jotaro, and we'll hang out all. It's weird, but it's weird that I have a giant plastic Jotaro in my room to do with what I
guess I'm a weirdo. I guess I'm a weirdo then, because I actually want a actual life-size Palutena amiibo.
Now, I'm pretty fortunate is that I have a really attractive female friend that cosplays as Motoko from Ghost in the Shell. We danced at ASA, so again, I'm rather fortunate. However, everyone, let me just break all of this and say I don't think this will be in any meat or any Hikikomori's budget because it's being priced at just about $15,000 US. Just about 1.7 million yen.
Yeah, and don't you get into a lottery?
Yeah, you know what?
Chance to buy it.
What is it made out of? Cocaine?
It's made out of the brain Jack, it's made from the chemicals in the human brain that allow you to learn how to be social and talk to people.
You know, if that's the case, I'm afraid to see what they're going to price actual
pure serotonin in human shape. You can just lick him.
Well, we are advancing our sex bot technology rather quickly.
You know what you just did with my whole pride here when you said that price? You just crushed all my dreams. You crushed all my dreams of getting a fairly priced Persicom or Chobits. Because if that is just a statue, actual Chobits are going to be too expensive for me to buy. I'm never going to have a Chobit. Not going to happen.
Congratulations, you're a being. Jesus Christ, AW.
No, I don't want an actual life-size Chobit. If you ever seen Chobit, my favorite is Plum, the little bitty one that fits in your hand and she dances and does goofy things. I want that. I want it so bad. I mean, a little alarm clock, a little fairy robot thing. Wake up, baby, I'm starting out. I want that.
Oh my
Jack,
God.
just let him go. Just let him go, Jack. Just let him go.
I worry about you because I care about you. I worry because I care. I don't want you to go to jail.
I go to jail with a little robot.
I don't want that.
I'm not going to do anything to it.
I just want to point out the panel that I did at ASEN about technology and anime. I did a little bit on the advancements of sex bots. So AW, I just want you to know that I'm not judging you. I'm not judging.
Well, look, as far as sex
nobody
bots
here is
go,
in any position to judge anyone.
No, I would get choked to death if I even looked at some.
I'm just concerned.
And AW, I'm saying I just want you to be happy. I just want you to be happy.
I'm not doing bots, man. Come on, no.
I want you to be happy.
I'm not giving birth to Sabu. He comes out, man, booyah! Not happening.
But again, it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Hashtag bad taste pride, not go to jail pride.
Look,
I
as
can
long
only
as
imagine what the chat is saying because I can't see it.
as long as the bots are designed to be adults and are adults in some kind of consciousness form,
Oh, good gracious.
I say consent is consent is consent. You know?
I guess that means they have to keep them in the shop for 18 years before they put them on in store.
15 in Japan, right?
This is where the show should be cutting the audio.
Well, now that I've made you all wish that you were dead, I think this is a great question to throw around, because there was a poll that was put out a couple of days ago that asked various otaku in Japan, kind of morbid, from Charapedia. They asked 10,000 of their readers if there was one anime that you could watch before you die, which anime would that be? And the results were rather weird, because coming in from men and women, the overall were a lot of, kind of cutesy shows, because Japan is weird. But for men, the number one show was Clannad. Clannad was the number one show that men in this poll would watch before they would die. Clannad.
Okay, you know what?
Really?
They might actually block fake men over there if that happens.
See?
Because I don't think that they want to procreate with those kinds of people.
Go ahead,
and give them.
What are the stipulations to this? Is it that you cannot die until the series ends?
No, it would be that you're going to die, but this is the last anime.
Okay.
So I know what you were gonna say, because I thought
you can't die until it ends. One Piece.
One Piece.
Right. I was thinking Shinshan.
Who wants to live forever? One Piece.
Yes, the last anime I would like to watch before I die, Detective Conan. or I'd like to watch the entire Gundam franchise before I die. Actually, that'd be pretty amazing. I would totally watch the entire Gundam franchise before I die. I would totally do that.
Watch every Dragon Ball that ever happens.
Well,
every future.
GT.
Well,
It would just be a slow, painful ending.
But then, Jack, you'd still have to go through GT, Jack. That'd still be part of the problem.
what is the name of it? It's the longest anime that I can't think of the name of it. It has like dang near 2,000 episodes. It's about these people that come from the water and live among people. I don't remember the name of it, but it has way too many episodes. I would find the name of that, Google it, and say, let me watch this. Because if it's that long, let me watch it before I...
Coming in from the chat room, Mr. Russell, the boss, says, the second season of Fruit Baskets, because it ain't gonna happen. And
Burn, Sean, come on,
that's how I felt about Dead Man Wonderland. I'm still waiting on the second season for that one.
Also, I still got my fingers crossed that we get an actual season 3 for School Rumble instead of an OVA.
The bastards. From women, shout out to Colton. Their number one pick was Gintama. So hey, Colton, maybe that'll be a good conversation starter for Colton. So hey,
who don't want to land Japanese men because they have terrible ideas of what to watch.
So hey, ladies, I hear you're all about life lessons. That one's for free, Colton, if you're out there.
You know what ticks me off? You know what pisses me off about this list? And they should be ashamed of themselves. There's no Sailor Moon on here. How dare they?
Hasn't everybody pretty much watched Sailor Moon at this point, though?
That's a feat. Well, there we go. There we go.
Is kill any on this? Because I think that whoever...
Jack? I want you to know that there is absolutely no Kill la Kill.
I feel like
So once again, there is hope. There is absolutely hope. The actual overall list of the top 20 is actually a pretty good read. Clannad, Gintama, Angel Beats, Kuriko's Basketball, Anohana, Sword Art Online, Love Live at number 7.
I knew Love Live was making it. There was inevitable. Inevitable.
K-On!, Code Geass, Madoka Magica, Detective Conan, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Scientific Railgun, Uda no Prince Sama, I don't know that one, Doraemon.
Prince girls love that.
It's disturbing that there are a lot of shows with prepubescent girls in it.
Well, it is still Japan. It is still Japan.
I suggest you watch half of those muted and with the contrast lit all the way so it's just a black screen.
We don't want people's retinas to burn out, Jack. Come on. We don't want that.
Jack, I challenge you to watch Lieutenant Prince and tell me.
But overall, I actually thought the list for the overall top 20 was not that bad. It could have been a lot worse, given Japan.
Everyone else, YOLO! Let's go, YOLO!
I think in the end, I think we lost AW because he might have gotten upset at there not being enough shows with prepubescent girls. But that does show some progress on Japan's part, Mark. I think that's a sign of some progress.
Only half.
What do you say? Only half. And I will say that some of these with young girls actually weren't bad, like Madoka. So I think that there seems to be an underlying current in the last few months that there seems to be a bit of progress coming from Japan. The whole moe waifu-chan thing seems to be dying down, and I might have just jinxed it. I'm a little worried about what the fall season might look like.
I'm going to ignore that Madoka was good, and something that I think is important to mention, which is that now everybody in the hotel will kill me. That amount that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Take 3 is not on there because I'm pretty sure everyone's already watched that as well.
Now, Mark, I want to ask you for real. What would be the one anime you would watch if there was only one anime left that you could watch before you expire?
Really, really tough because I tend to really not rewatch a lot of shows, but I would stick with Shirobako.
You know, I'm hearing a lot good about that. I'm hearing that it's just the new greatest thing since the last greatest thing. What's it about, actually?
Well, on the surface, it's about 5 girls that have graduated high school, and they each are trying to break into the anime industry. One as a CGI artist, one as an animator, one as a screenwriter, another one as a voice artist, and the last one, who's kind of the main character, is the production assistant. And because as the production assistant, she sort of interconnects with all the different people that make anime, so you get this really nice behind-the-scenes look. But, you know, at the core of it, it's really all about, you know, the creative process and how much do you personally believe in, you know, that dream of pursuing whatever you want. And in this case, for the girls, it's anime, but it's really much more universal. So it's like, how much are you willing to give up to, you know, follow that dream that you have? It's really wonderful. And it's beautifully done.
Does it have a lot of that, we're making fun of otaku and otaku culture stuff?
Not at all.
I mean,
it's really very straightforward. For example, there is not a single love relationship in there.
Excellent.
All the girls are, you know, young professionals, so they're in their early 20s probably, so there's a lot of, you know, beer drinking, girls' night out. So it's like a real slice of life, but just beautifully done.
Would it be accurate to call this similar to this calling back in, you know, despite a little bit of here, but kind of early seasons of Sailor Moon era where they had the episode about the 2 friends and one was an artist, and that was kind of a touching thing of, you know, we're actually going through a process and You know, she's getting up there in the ranks. She's doing a huge amount of work, and her friend is supporting her. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that episode, but I actually recently rewatched it. But would you consider it similar to that? It was more closer to life.
It seems very true to life. I mean, I don't actually personally know the anime industry, so I have to take it on. That's what the show tells me it's like. But for example, the one girl who goes into the business as the animator, she really struggles with the amount of money she is making. And when you see her, like, she bikes to work, she works super long hours, her house is really, really sparsely furnished, and you really get a sense that for her it's a very existential question, like, should I really pursue this? I mean, I love the stream, I love drawing, but at the end of the day, am I good enough to feed myself? So, and another one that wants to do the CGI art, she lands a job in a really good, well-paying company, but it's basically a video game company, so she spends an entire year just making tires for a racing game. And she just one day just up and quits and saying, I want to tell stories, and I know it's really risky, but I'm going to go ahead and try to find something else and practice my art and forego the fat paycheck. So if you're taking it out of the context that it's these girls, making anime, you can really look at it in a very universal way. Like, what is your dream and what are you willing to give up for it? And on that level, it's just beautifully handled. And it's funny, really well written. The characters look like, real people. I mean, they're fat, they're skinny, they're old, they're young. One of my favorite moments is the ending of the first core, where they're really, really in a bind because the director has come up with a scene where they have to draw like 100 horses. And they end up circling around to this really, really old animator that works in their company and realize when he was younger, he was really good at doing these animals, and he ends up teaching all these young hotshots how to, animate horses. And it's really great how this old guy kind of gets paid his dues. So, and before that, he was just like, well, I'm almost retiring. He's just clock in, clock out. But all of a sudden, he's like the guy that saves it. It's really great. I can't say enough about it.
That actually was pretty interesting because I've been hearing a lot about it. AW, the anime you would watch, the one you would pick before you leave this world.
I would have to watch the very first anime that I gave up on because I quit watching it for all the wrong reasons. It hit a little too close to home. I was going through a bad relationship at the time, and the character was reminding me of what was going on with me. So I would, even though I said I want to write an angry letter and cuss them out for making it, I want to watch the end of Rumbling Hearts. Because after the breakup, and the other girl got hit by a bus, and I thought she was dead, but she actually lived and lost consciousness. And so the other girl who kept distracting the guy who caused her to get hit by the bus, he ends up dating that girl. I'm like, she's the one who caused the problem. Why are you dating her? And this one's in a coma, and it just pissed me off when I couldn't finish watching it. So I feel like I owe it to myself to finish watching Rumbling Hearts before I eventually pass. I just have to calm down from that show and watch it, so maybe when I'm about to die.
Jay Quellen?
That's good. That ending was
Jay
unsatisfying. Redo.
Yeah, don't spoil it, please. I haven't seen it.
What is the show you would watch?
Do I use up much to continue to watch JoJo, One Piece, or rewatch Sailor Moon?
You have to pick one of them.
One. Okay. I would actually go back and do something kind of weird for me. I would go back and I would rewatch The Crown because that's unusual. It was interesting. And towards the end, when you get into, okay, now, oh god, spoilers, guys, for the anime.
What show was that again, Jack? What show was that again?
Ocean Kirby and Star. Kirby right.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's not an anime.
No, it is. It is. It starts an anime, and we didn't get all of the episodes over here. But the ones that I watched the whole thing. Towards the actually, I love crafting and how the creatures are, but that's typical of the games. I would do anything to go through that again because, you know, learned that Kirby is a Star Warrior and the Knight was one too, and he's his dad.
Oh, you said Kirby right back at you.
Finding out that the guy. Oh, the person behind me said right back at you. The anime was actually like, that is what it is, but about Japanese, which had more episodes because 4 kids have a whole Kirby. It's an actual anime. It really is.
It is. It is. But,
and I'm not talking about the kid stuff. I'm talking about, which is something I rarely do. And it turned out well. It those last few episodes. Probably gonna change my.
I just want to make sure that you're not on record in saying that the anime you would watch before you die is Kirby right back at you. I just want to make sure of that. 'Cause the con hype is kind of starting to kill your connection.
Okay.
So give me your anime one more time.
Okay. You know what? No. To finish JoJo.
All right, she just wants to finish JoJo. That's it. All right. Well, that was awesome. God. Jack, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. You're enjoying Fanime, and that's what conventions are all about. I'm happy for you. Marc from the Mega Anime Ultra Show, thanks for being such a great sport. Tell us what you've got going on.
Oh God, I gotta consult my list. It's been.
Make it quick.
Okay. It's been a hell of a week. We had a sick child who's been sick for the last 5 days and just doesn't stop crying and whining. New job. I've trimmed back my my spring season anime. So right now I would recommend My Love Story, Food Wars, Plastic Memories. The rest you can skip. I'm really plowing ahead with Naruto, since you guys on this show talked about starting this really, really long anime, and I think David, you're still tasked with watching One Piece. I couldn't get past episode 1, but I'm about 300 and some change episodes into Naruto. I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. And where can they find everything going on at the Mega Anime Ultra Show?
Well, they can find it at megaanimeultrashow.com, or you can hear me rambling and screenshotting stuff on Twitter at Mouse Podcast, MAUS Podcast.
AW, what have you got going on? Just tell us a little bit of everything.
Well, I got some Splatoon going on.
Tell me about Splatoon.
Well, I do have one thing to complain about, but I'm glad this happened. With this global test fire, because they're doing a beta test for it before Saturday, the server was down for almost an hour. But I'm glad that happened, because that means they're able to correct whatever the problem is so that does not happen at launch. And people were all on Twitter tweeting about it and complaining. Like, I would just run around in the test room till this is ready and jumping, saying they were playing the Squid Jump game while it was loading. Like, I got level 34 on Squid Jump. So that happened, but because of that, we got an extra hour, and I end up, like I said, getting 9 wins and only 3 losses because I had partners who were sitting still doing nothing for some reason on the 3 that I did lose. That, and I've been finally playing Fire Emblem Awakening. So what I have going on, I'm obviously going to post some more Splatoon videos giving tips and advice. Apparently, some people must have looked at my first video giving advice and tips, because instead of trying to play it like your average shooter, because Splatoon is different, you have to paint the ground and claim turf. It's more like the game Go. It's not so much about the board game Go. It's not so much about capturing your opponent's stones as it is claiming territory. And I look at Splatoon as the Go of shooters, because you have to claim territory. That comes first. And so they look like it's...
Well, it looks like the internet decided that.
So that worked out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it looks like the internet was deciding that you were too much of a shill for Splatoon. Oh, there it is, right there in the chat room. Mr. Russell was saying, "I hope you're getting paid by them." Splatoon. So
apparently, Twitter is all over there.
Apparently, the internet thinks you're a shill for Platoon. But AW, tell us where you can be talking about Splatoon and maybe even streaming Platoon. Tell us where we can find you, AW Brawler.
Well, of course, you can find me on any social media of your choice, be it Facebook, Twitter, even the new ones too that people are doing at AW Brawler. And also on Twitch, where I'm going to be streaming the campaign mode day one. And also my Twitch is AW Brawler.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah. Be you, be true, be human.
I'm back from ASEN. I have a little bit of the con plague, so all of you out there at Animazement, Fanime, wherever, use some hand sanitizer, wash your hands. I want to give a big shout out to Desi Larson at Nozomi Neko on Twitter for giving me some hand sanitizer and me not using it as much as I should have, and then I ended up catching the con plague. So Desi, thank you so much. You tried your best, but I didn't want to use up all of your hand sanitizer. I have been watching Legend of Heroic Arslan. It's still pretty good. It's probably the sleeper anime of the year. It's really good. Check it out if you haven't. It's about 7 episodes in. I still really like it. I'm going to catch up with all my other animes once I've kind of recovered and everything has settled down. Also, Mad Max Fury Road, it's pretty good. Mad Max Fury Road was pretty good, especially if you see it in the theater or in the IMAX. Check it out. It's even okay if you're a guy to see it too. It's not that bad. I know some of you were a little salty about that, but trust me, Mad Max Fury Road is okay if you're a guy. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Why would it not be okay?
Some dudes out there, you know, those parts of the internet where dudes get upset about things, were saying Mad Max Fury Road was a feminist movie and it had female characters that were strong and emasculating men. And
I had no idea what the heck it was about.
I mean, for goodness sake, they have an Australian actress in there who is 75 who did her own stunts.
They had a biker gang that was women, and I thought that was pretty sweet.
I think they would have said that Mad Max was a feminist movie if they hadn't, period, let alone if they did anything remotely strong or independent.
Yeah,
right now, we'd be very scared and back up every time that things like that happen.
Whatever.
So
it
see
makes
Mad
me
Max
wonder
Fury Road.
what they would say about Xena if they had Twitter back then.
Oh my God. No. Anyway, see Mad Max Fury Road. Subscribe to the A3K podcast in iTunes or on Stitcher Radio or at anime3000.com, where you can check out other fantastic podcasts like The Manga Corner, like Two Guys at a Mic, like The Other Side, and this very show, the A3K podcast, which is out every week on Monday. Also, if you want to tune in to A3K Live, you can do so Saturday evenings on YouTube at A3K TV. If you want to see this show in condensed form, cut up into nice little digestible pieces, courtesy of Miss Peaches. Digestible peaches.
Peach? Mario's girlfriend?
Yes. I like peaches. Shut up. And they're at A3K TV because Sean Russell does that. Because peaches are great. That's what they're called now.
I'm not going to say it.
They're called the A3K Peaches. And you can see them on YouTube at A3K TV every single day of the week. And you can watch this show, a full, delicious, juicy, slightly fuzzy Georgia peach called A3K Live, Saturday nights on YouTube, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at A3K TV. Check us out at anime3000.com. Reviews, podcasts, and all sorts of other wonderful things. Maybe even a few convention reports while you're at it. They're up there at anime3000.com. For Jack, Tyler D, For Mega Anime Ultra Marc, and for AW Brawler, my name is David Majors. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. AW, finish it. Take it home. AW, say the thing. Say the thing, AW.
Beautiful. Until
Say
next
the thing.
time, be you, be true, be human. AW Brawler.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
I'm sorry.
Hashtag.
All right. All right. Yes. That was fantastic.
Woo.
Oh, God.
That was
Yes.
fun.
Yes. That was fun.
I'm so.
All right. Good night, everybody.